Key hidden factors that speed up aging based on scientific evidence. Introduction. Most people think aging is a straightforward process. We get wrinkles, our hair turns gray, and our joints get a little stiff. But science tells a different story. What if the real accelerators of aging aren't visible on the surface but hidden deep within our cells, behaviors, and environment? What if the habits we consider harmless are actually speeding up the clock silently and systematically? This video will dive into the science behind aging and unveil the lesser-known culprits that are robbing us of our youth. These are not myths, guesses, or fads. Each factor is backed by modern research. And more importantly, we'll explore what you can do to reverse the damage, starting today. Part 1. Chronic low-level inflammation, the silent agitator. Inflammation is a defense mechanism. When you cut your finger or catch a virus, inflammation is what helps your body heal. But what happens when that inflammation never turns off? That's what scientists call inflammaging, a persistent, low-level inflammation that doesn't show obvious symptoms but causes widespread harm. Chronic inflammation contributes to a range of age-related diseases, including Alzheimer's, heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. It damages cells, impairs immune responses, and accelerates cellular aging. Factors like poor diet, lack of sleep, chronic stress, pollution, and even social isolation can keep inflammation in a constant, harmful loop. Scientific solution. The Mediterranean diet and omega-3s, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats lowers inflammatory markers. Regular low-impact physical activity reduces pro-inflammatory cytokines. Mindfulness and deep breathing lower cortisol, reducing inflammation indirectly. Part 2. Glycation. Sugar's wrath on your cells. Glycation is a chemical reaction where sugar molecules bind to proteins or fats in your body. The result? Advanced glycation end products, appropriately abbreviated as AGEs. These AGEs damage collagen, stiffen arteries, and impair organ function. Over time, they accumulate in tissues, contributing to wrinkling, loss of elasticity, and chronic diseases. Where do AGEs come from? Primarily from excessive sugar consumption and high-heat cooking methods like grilling and frying. Even seemingly healthy snacks can contain hidden sugars that feed this destructive cycle. Scientific solution. Minimize added sugars and high fructose corn syrup. Favor steaming or boiling over frying. Incorporate spices like cinnamon and turmeric that combat glycation. Subscribe to the channel for more videos. Like and comment. Part 3. Mitochondrial dysfunction. When your cells run out of power. Your mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cells. But over time, due to oxidative stress, poor nutrition, and inactivity, these cellular engines begin to fail. Mitochondrial dysfunction is linked to fatigue, muscle loss, cognitive decline, and even accelerated aging of the skin and organs. Certain medications, toxins, and even excessive sedentary time can harm your mitochondria. The result? Cells struggle to produce energy and accumulate damage more rapidly. Scientific solution. Intermittent fasting and caloric restriction promote mitochondrial health. Exercise, especially interval and resistance training, stimulates mitochondrial biogenesis. Nutrients like CoQ10, magnesium, and PQQ enhance mitochondrial function. Part 4. Poor sleep hygiene, the brain's forgotten maintenance window. Sleep is when your brain and body repair themselves. Skimping on sleep accelerates brain aging, impairs memory, increases inflammation, and throws off hormonal balance. Older adults often suffer from disrupted sleep patterns, either due to lifestyle or underlying medical issues. Blue light exposure at night, irregular sleep schedules, caffeine, and even the timing of meals can disrupt melatonin production and circadian rhythms. Scientific solution. Create a dark, quiet, cool sleep environment. Reduce screen time after sunset and use blue light blockers. Supplement with magnesium glycinate or melatonin as needed under medical supervision. Part 5. Gut microbiome imbalance. Aging from the inside out. The gut is home to trillions of microbes that influence digestion, immunity, mood, and even longevity. With age, microbial diversity tends to decline, leading to imbalances that increase inflammation, impair nutrient absorption, and contribute to metabolic disorders. Antibiotics, processed foods, and low fiber intake destroy beneficial bacteria. Chronic stress and poor sleep also weaken gut integrity. Scientific solution: eat a fiber-rich diet including prebiotics like garlic, onions, and oats. Incorporate fermented foods, yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi. Avoid unnecessary antibiotics and prioritize whole, unprocessed foods. Part 6. Hidden stress, the cortisol trap. Cortisol is vital in small doses, but prolonged elevation due to unresolved emotional stress, information overload, or societal pressures wears out the brain and body. Chronic stress shortens telomeres, the protective caps on chromosomes, accelerating aging at the genetic level. Even low-level constant stress, like doom scrolling or constant multitasking, can cause adrenal fatigue, insulin resistance, and cognitive impairment. Scientific solution: practice daily breath work or meditation. 5-10 minutes has measurable benefits. Engage in community, spirituality, or creative expression to build resilience. Limit digital exposure and take mindful breaks. Subscribe to the channel for more videos. Like and comment. Part 7. Environmental toxins, the chemicals we don't talk about. Modern life exposes us to a cocktail of environmental toxins, BPA, phthalates, heavy metals, pesticides, and more. These disrupt hormonal systems, weaken immunity, and add to the body's oxidative burden. Toxins are often hidden in water, food packaging, cleaning products, and personal care items. Scientific solution: use a quality water filter and avoid plastic containers. Choose organic produce when possible, especially the dirty dozen. Regular sauna sessions and sweating aid in detoxification. Part 8. Lack of meaningful social connection, aging of the soul and body. Loneliness is more than an emotional state, it's a biological stressor. Studies show that chronic loneliness is as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases the risk of cardiovascular disease, depression, and even early mortality. As people age, social circles often shrink, but passive digital interaction doesn't replace real connection. Scientific solution: join group activities like walking clubs, faith communities, or volunteering. Schedule weekly conversations with loved ones. Practice active listening and meaningful conversation. Part 9. Sedentary behavior, the new smoking. Modern conveniences have made it easy to move less, but sitting for extended periods shuts down enzymes that burn fat, reduces blood circulation, and weakens muscles. Even if you exercise 30 minutes a day, long hours of sitting can still harm your health. This is why NEAT non-exercise activity thermogenesis so crucial. Scientific solution: stand or walk every 30-60 minutes. Incorporate more daily activity. Take stairs, walk after meals, do chores with energy. Resistance training helps maintain muscle and boost metabolism. Part 10. Poor breathing patterns, oxygen and aging. We often overlook how we breathe. Shallow, mouth breathing or overbreathing lowers CO2 tolerance, reduces oxygen delivery to cells, and increases sympathetic nervous system activity, fight or flight mode. Over time, this contributes to fatigue, anxiety, and even cardiovascular strain. Scientific solution: practice nasal breathing, especially during sleep and exercise. Try breathwork techniques like box breathing or the Buteyko method. Improve posture to enhance diaphragmatic breathing. Conclusion: aging is not just a role of the genetic disides, a reflection of how we live every single day. These 10 hidden factors might be quietly shaving years off your life and vitality. But the good news is, many of them are reversible. By making small, science-backed changes, you can reclaim your energy, clarity, and health, no matter your age. Start by choosing just one factor from today's list. Focus on it for a week, then move to the next. Over time, these micro adjustments will compound into a life that defies the typical aging curve. Stay curious, stay active, and never stop improving. Because growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. It means growing wiser ran now, healthier too. Subscribe to the channel for more videos, like and comment.